Monday, March 1st, yes. It's Matt. Hi, how are you? Hello, anybody watching on any platform on the internet at 3TWO3ONE. Pretty much anywhere on the internet, you can contact me. Good morning, Jenna. Do me a favor, if you aren't following me anywhere, I don't know how you're watching this, but thank you. You can catch me at 3231 all over the internet, or what you could do is you can download the Haps app and you can subscribe to me, and then you can talk to me from there. Hey, Josh. Good morning, sir. So, Randy Horton. Hello, sir. Hello, sir. How are you, buddy? Hello from Duran. Duran. Great band. Well, hi there, Globetrotting, sir. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. I love you guys very much. Yeah, download the Haps app, subscribe to me. You can also check me out on YouTube and Twitter and Twitch and Facebook and wherever else. All good, been a while. It has, sir. All the stuff is gone on the screen. Is that good? I guess some folks have been saying I've been kind of busy on the screen, but I didn't mind it. I thought it was all right. As long as you're happy with it. If you're happy with it, I'm happy with it. I'm pretty much good no matter what. But thank you all for tuning in to me. The donation stuff. All right. I thought that was a good reminder. If somebody saw that, excuse me, if somebody saw that, that'd be a good reminder to them, or that'd be a good notification to them to be like, oh, you know what? You can throw a couple bucks my way, then sweet. But good morning, Tate. Freaking DC playing with my emotions. How so, man? Well, it was a little busy. I got you. No, I understand that. DC playing with your emotions with the Superman and Lois. Bunch of stuff to talk about today, by the way. Superman and Lois premiere. WandaVision has been amazing. I've been catching up on Warehouse 13. Starting on that. It's got 5 seasons to jump into there. Maybe have one, like the main donation thing. Yeah, I got you. I'm sure that they changed it. I'm sure people had their opinions about it, but they're like, you know what? Let's here's my input, and they accept the input. I have weird feelings about the 4-hour Justice League. Weird feelings about the 4-hour Justice League. Well, I don't think it's going to be one 4-hour Justice League. I think it's going to be probably 4 1-hour Justice Leagues, like a mini series. They used to do that. They used to do that on TV. You know, like I said, a mini series, or I'm trying to remember what the other word, like a made for TV type of thing. But I'm pretty sure that they've broken it up into 4, digestible segments. That's the kind of stuff that it's a 4-hour cut. Even still, I mean, Jenna says hi, Teet. Even still, okay, if we're talking about Justice League first, we're talking about Justice League, everybody. I think I'm fine with it. The cool thing about this, drinking my coffee with you. All right. The cool thing about this, you got to remember, there's no set way to watch a piece of entertainment. there may be a pacing a certain way, but from what I've heard, are you still in Tennessee? I'm not in Tennessee currently, Randy. I'm in Maine right now visiting family. Up here for at least until April. Then when I go down, I'm going to go to Tennessee with my brother for a little bit. I may stay down there. I don't know. It was mainly being concerned about the pandemic. But since I don't know, seeing that there may within a year be a light at the end of the tunnel, sort of thing. Maybe things have changed. Oh wow, you're getting around also. Trying to. That was one of the steps that I wanted to take. Was I wanted to at least say that I've been around a little bit. It's not spoilers if it's in the trailers, right? If anybody wants to avoid spoilers, avoid discussion on any particular thing, this probably isn't the broadcast that you want to watch. But that being said, the Joker's in the movie, not in the Justice League. Just to be clear, he's not a member. But he does make an appearance in the movie. Nobody wants Joker in the Justice League, but and I kind of like the fact that Captain Cena, how you doing, sir? I do like the fact that Jared Leto has some form of redemption. That's does be stupid. Yeah, I like the fact that I never liked the fact that Jared Leto got shit on so much because he wanted to do something that was his own. So he went about it his own way, and nobody liked it. Everybody just totally shit on him. Hi, Myrna. Good to see you too. Thank you for joining me. Shall we crank up the amount of people here? As if so, you're welcome to invite me up. Start introducing yourself again to the house people. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Let me add you here. Hold on just a second. How do I add? Hold on just a moment. Tap on a user to invite them. Randy. Can I tap you? How does that work? If it's redemptive, is yet to be seen. Whether it's okay, so Randy Horton. The first time I've done this, so let's give this a shot. I don't know if I did it right.
Oh, whoa. What's happening? Long time no see.
Hey, hello, sir. I'm on. Is it echoing for anybody? Is it?
Yeah, I had an echo too. I wonder where that's coming from.
I believe it's my. Hold on one second.
Let's do a test. Any echo?
Are we good now?
We're good to go. Anyway, wow, up in Maine. Right. I've seen you. Let me tell folks, last time I seen you, you were far off and roaming around eastern Tennessee, so I hadn't run into you in a while.
Yeah, well, I jump on here every once in a while, not too often. Joker being in it made me excited for it. That's cool. Hey, Chris, how you doing, sir?
All right.
Thanks for joining us.
Chris is here. Myrna's here.
If you get your people in there, absolutely, that's awesome. Wow, it's the famous Randy with Matt.
Hey, Jeff Hayes. Hello and welcome, everyone. Everybody, welcome. We're going to get Matt filled up on subscribers for a few minutes.
I appreciate
everybody coming into this great broadcast with Matt. Make sure you follow him. Follow him on Haps. We want Matt to get 1 million followers by midnight tonight. If we don't do it, it's your fault. Come on up.
Yep. Yep. You have a responsibility. You have an obligation to make me
Yes,
famous on Haps.
you're obligated to do it today. Chris said, I didn't know
That's
you
right.
know Matt. Yeah, I'd met Matt a long way back. I believe the Periscope a couple of years or so ago. Maybe it's been 2 years now. I don't know.
I'd say 3 if I
Maybe
were to
3,
think again.
It's probably
Like,
Asha from London. Miss Asha, if you don't mind, everyone, as you come in, please follow Matt here. Everybody give Matt a follow. Myrna's over
Asha,
here on Twitter. Asha just followed you. Thank you for subscribing. Everybody that comes in, please subscribe to Matt. Knife, hello, Knife from Riyadh. If you don't mind, would you subscribe to Matt? I'm over here helping Matt with getting pumped up. Go ahead.
Can I ask where Riyadh is?
Riyadh is in the capital of Saudi Arabia.
Excellent. Well, hello,
yeah,
hello from
the
little
country with over 8 million people.
Thank you very much for subscribing, Louis Jacques.
There we go. Let's keep it rolling. Everybody, hello, Asha. Thank you for everybody. Thank you. We're going to sit here and we're going to do a Matt-a-thon. Matt, subscribe to Matt. Oh yeah.
Just to let everybody know a little bit about me. My name is Matt. I'm a nerd. I live in a van. I'm trying to find out what life is about, and I'm a big nerd. I talk about silly things. I try to keep a positive attitude. I suffer from depression and anxiety and something called avoidant personality disorder, which basically means that socially I'm kind of awkward, but when I have a microphone or a camera in front of me, I tend to, I can work it a lot better. So I try to get on here and meet people. You don't welcome me. Hello, Moa.
Well, that's probably short for Muhammad, I would say. Anyway, we're welcoming you. We just seen you come over from Twitter. Thank you. Castro, thank you. Tell Randy to get a beard. Yeah, I need to. They all told me to grow my beard like you, Matt. I had it for a few years and I just shaved it off a couple months ago.
And every once in a while, you got to make a change. Every once in a while, you got to make a change.
I need to grow mine back, though. My beard was covering up 30% of my ugly. So it's time to put it back on. In Saudi Arabia, they say if your father doesn't have a beard, you probably have 2 mothers.
All right. I gotta remember that one. I was never given a chin when I was a child. So, and I failed to find one throughout the years. So I just, as soon as I could, covered up mine with a beard, and I love my beard.
Well, apparently I was in the wrong line. I ended up with 2 to 3 chins. It depends on the weight at the time of year.
some people get a bunch of them. Some people don't have any. That's how it is. You look handsome, man. Well, thank you very much. I'm sure he's referring to both of us. Mom, is that you?
I think it's the beard deal. Everybody loves a beard. I got to get my Knife said that's true, and he laughed. Anyway, everybody, if you don't mind giving Matt a subscribe, if you're on Haps, subscribe to Matt right now. He'd appreciate it.
Can I join you guys, Matt? Because I haven't went live on Haps yet. Chris, I'll tell you what. Next time, I will let you on. I'm not used to having more people on and being split screen with a bunch of folks, so I'm not really used to it. If I could, Randy is doing me a favor by introducing me to his friends. So like one person on at a time to join me would be fantastic. I'm used to doing this solo. So if you don't mind, I don't want to say no to anybody, but just as far as comfort level, I would appreciate it. Maybe next time I can get you on here.
There you go. Well, now you can see we got those views climbing up. We're up over getting there 369 and 400. Let's get us up to a couple thousand and about a few hundred subscribers so we can get people rolling with Matt and let him know who he is.
Well, thank you guys so much. Thank you very much,
we'll
Randy.
Just get her for a little bit longer, and then when the crowd goes in, another few folks, we'll start the please subscribe again stuff,
Can I ask, do you have any other platforms that you broadcast on, or is it just Haps right now?
I'm on every platform.
Excellent.
Yeah, every.
Cup of Joe.
Whoa, Cup of Joe, welcome. Please make sure you subscribe to Matt Cup of Joe. Remember Matt a few years ago on Periscope? I don't know if Cup of Joe visits you that often.
I was for a hot minute. I was getting subscribers and stuff like that. I just every once in a while I jump off the internet. So that's a thing I've noticed is consistency is really important when you're broadcasting in order to build up a following and have regular folks coming in. I'm not consistent, so I try to get on here when I can, but life happens for me. So
I actually let 5 months go by without playing with my Twitch account. My Twitch account was growing and the daily group was getting big. And then I jumped onto Haps and I kind of left my Twitch naked. And now the viewership there went way, way down because I wasn't, constant.
Yeah, that's the thing, and don't get banned. That's true too.
Yeah, and don't get banned. I got a week in jail from Twitch. I got in a little argument. I had to learn to change my account to an adult account. I screwed up and got in an argument. Some child came in and started cussing me. Well, I insulted him, his parents, his grandparents, his DNA, and apparently I was supposed to ignore it, and Haps gave me a 5-day prison sentence. And then I got out of it.
Well, them kids going to learn at some point.
Well, yeah, but I got punished for it. I don't know how old somebody is who's cussing me out, I don't know it's a child. Apparently his parents were not very I didn't really cuss. I just pointed out to defaults in his family history and his parents. And I just went through the whole family tree and apparently
it's just one of those services we provide as broadcasters to inform people of their faults when they get a little too personal. No, I understand that.
Yeah, I went really deep on him for a while. I probably should have not been so tough. But I didn't know it was a child, I think the dude was maybe 12 years old. But he came in there cussing like a sailor, man. That's Bill Gates, his department. I hear you. Yeah, he can play with the DNA, I guess. So how you been roaming around during the COVID? Has it been sketchy? Have you been stuck anywhere? I mean, how's it been going?
Isolation has pretty much been my way of life for a while now. Being by myself, being in my van. My van is my home. I'm not a social type of person, anyways. Like I don't go to bars or out to parties or whatever people do when they're social and they hang out with other folks. I'm not normally that type of person. I go to a cigar shop every now and then, or I'd check out. Like I used to do karaoke every once in a while. I haven't done that in forever, and it's pretty much impossible to do any of those things. Oh, damn, I know this guy. I've seen him before. He has a truck. I mean, a van. That's me.
That's the man.
Can we watch the back? Yeah, I'm not really out social anyways. When I work, I do deliveries, and it's mostly me. This is my office as well as my home in the van. So the most I do is, which I'm perfectly happy with. This part of my life, I feel like I've got set. Maybe not the financial part of it, but definitely the type of job that I enjoy. That is a great singer. Thank you, Karen. I go to the place, I get the thing, I put the thing in my van, I drive to the customer, I give the thing to the customer, I say, have a great day, enjoy, and then that's pretty much my social interaction. So
distance. One thing that I picked up from you the last time I seen you, I have used the video and the song in probably 1,000 broadcasts over the past few years. That Muppet tune. You were humming the Muppet tune, dude. Oh, God. How does it go now? I haven't used it forever. Manamana. I have used Manamana in at least 1,000 broadcasts. Manamana.
It's a classic. It's a classic.
Oh, that is the best of the best. So you turned me back onto that I'd forgotten about. And I've probably gotten thousands of laughs out of that. I was actually just playing the video during a broadcast. Love GMC. Thank you for being here from Saudi Arabia. If you're not following, please give Matt a follow. We'd appreciate it.
Please do. If you like talking about nonsense, if you like talking about nerdy stuff like TV, movies, video games, comic books, sci-fi, wrestling, role playing. Did I say role playing games? Basically, any kind of nerdy stuff I talk about. I daydream a lot. I world build a lot in my head. Very interested in a lot of scientific stuff going on, and like I enjoy the idea of like the conceptual ideas, uh, different things that kind of pique my interest. It's basically just a conversation, kind of it's a cool,
Thank
chill
you,
thing I try to do.
GMC, for subscribing to Matt. There you go. So you're a
Absolutely.
general, a general social. I'm trying to put
Chill
this in a
conversation
nerdy
about it.
phrase. A general social nerdy general social. I don't know. I'm the same way. I like anything and everything. I'm actually the biggest guilty pleasure I have is documentaries, man. I mean, I get into every documentary and I have no certain critique. Anyway, anything I want to watch, I watch. I don't look for it. Sometimes I just press the button and let YouTube just take me off into documentaries and I just watch the next one, the next one, the next one, and I just let them go. What is your opinion on metamorphosis construct of the interstellar red planet known as Mars? Woohoo, getting heavy.
Using them Scrabble words. What do I think about them building on Mars? I'd say it's about time. Like we've been playing this game on Earth so long, they need expansion packs. They need to open up some new zones.
I hear you. Billy D is here. Billy D, if you're not subscribing, I'm sorry to cut in there, Matt. I'm trying to push for get your subs up. And Billy D, please subscribe to Matt if you don't mind. Great guy. Been around for a few years on Periscope, and now he's on Haps. And let's pump him up, get him excited. And everybody, don't forget to reach in your pocket and grab a few coins. It doesn't hurt to donate to your favorite broadcaster. That's what it's about.
I appreciate that. And yes, I can confirm I am a great guy.
I can second that.
I second that second. What about Jesus? Do you talk about God? I am a spiritual person. I was born Catholic. I've always been in the Christian denomination of some sort, and that sort of thing. But as I've grown older, my ideas of spirituality have changed, and I like to think maybe broadened, something a little more, something not as specific as the Christian God necessarily.
There you go. Thank you for subbing, Billy D. We appreciate it.
I certainly have no problem with anybody else's view of religion. I just have my own particular point of view that
I came up with a weird conclusion.
Mm-hmm.
After meeting many people and growing up in the buckle of the Bible Belt in Tennessee, I got to thinking about and seeing people around the world. And I've learned we're all descendants of the monotheistic beliefs of Abraham. Whether you're Jewish, Christian, or Muslim, you're believing in one God and one God only. And anybody who wants to separate believers is a non-spiritual person trying to keep us apart. So I'm going to embrace anyone and everyone who wants to embrace their faith. And that's kind of the way I think about it.
In this world, considering how it tends to go for just about everybody, life is so tough in living anyways, that whatever you have to hold on to that you call faith or hope, and whatever motivates you to be a good person, as long as you remain a good person, go for it. I don't see any harm in having different belief systems as long as it provides you with some motivation to continue and to be a good person. So as long as you meet that criteria, I honestly, my philosophy generally with everything is it's none of my business. To be perfectly honest, whatever you believe in, it's not my business. I believe in what I believe in, and if you want to have a discussion, I'm certainly open for discussion. But there are a lot of people that don't want just a discussion. They want to push their point of view on somebody else. Like they want to be right. They don't want to just have a conversation. So for the most part, I usually say my two rules are no religion and no politics.
Yeah, we
Um,
stay away from the politics, and I keep my religious thoughts in the generalization, like you say. You said it best, but it's really not my business. Whatever you
yeah,
like to do and support and believe in your family, God bless you, and cheers and head on your way. I don't have a problem with it, but I don't like someone trying to convince me to believe their way.
push their agenda exactly. Sharon
Yeah.
says both Randy and Matt are fat AF. I mean, I don't know about Randy. I can't talk about Randy. I am fat as fuck. I am.
I am
You are
too,
fat.
and that's just the way it is. But I don't see that comment. That's funny.
I don't know. It might be on Twitter. It might be on my Periscope. Who knows? But I got that from Sharon, and yeah, have
Anyway,
been
that's
forever.
great.
Have been since I was a child. So
Yeah, it is what it is. We appreciate you trying to join the community and your commentary, helping everyone together and bringing us together. There's nothing like blatant insults to make a group and a community come closer together. We
I don't
appreciate
even.
you. I
I wouldn't
love the
even
Captain
glorify.
Obvious people, though. You're fat. No shit, Sherlock. I
Yeah,
am.
I wouldn't even glorify that with calling it an insult. Like it's like saying, "Hey Matt, you're wearing a hat. Hey Matt, you have glasses."
Exactly.
Yeah,
Welcome. Captain Obvious has spoken again. You
it's a
didn't
great.
see it
It's a
either,
great thing
Billy?
of
Yeah, I didn't see it either. Maybe that person has been banned from HAPS, probably banned from HAPS, and they're somewhere else. I'm the one
yeah,
out there that can't grow a beard. I feel inadequate. Oh, there you go. You can grow a beard. Just shave what you don't have, and it actually pops out.
yeah. Some people can't. Uh, I'm blessed that I'm blessed with a nice beard, and all I have
Greg
to do is grow
Rivers, Guitar Greg, welcome. I'd
Oh,
like to
Greg.
ask you personally, does Greg follow you?
I don't believe he does.
Greg, would you please subscribe to Matt here? Great guy, fantastic person, and I think you'll enjoy him and his talks when he's on HAP. So we're here and we want to motivate and get Matt more followers and more broadcast and things going. And I'm just here to help Matt. I'm just a guest. I may speak over you by accident because I believe I have. Us fat guys need to stick together. Yeah, we do. We'll stick together like glue. I ain't worried about it. I if that's the
Actually,
biggest
I
insult
wouldn't
I'm
recommend
gonna
fat people
receive, I
sticking
don't
together.
mind.
I'm going a little literal on that. It's something about sticky fat people.
Yeah,
I'm not.
that may be a little, yeah.
We need to support each other, I think is what it
That's,
is.
there you go.
I don't have a beard. Does that mean I have two moms?
Well, that's a possibility.
40 some odd years on this earth. Never heard that before. But I appreciate that coming into my life now.
It's pretty funny. I am also fat, and I don't care what people say. There you go, love. But yeah, I don't either. I don't really worry about it. What I think is funny though is the people that actually think it's an insult. Okay, yeah, and I have 2 feet too. Anything else you'd like to talk about? Like you were saying,
Yeah,
yeah,
that
it's
is interesting.
an obvious
That
thing.
is that is interesting that someone would be like, not only I'm someone's like, you know what I want to do? I want to get on my mobile device or computer and I want to access a website and I want to see someone who obviously is having a good time having a conversation with somebody else. And I'm not necessarily welcome there, but I'm going to make the effort to comment to that person to tell them that something they already know because it may hurt them. Like that's someone actually that thought process, maybe no thought was brought into it whatsoever, but I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt that they actually have a thought process. Somebody
Greg just
actually that was
subscribed
their
to you,
intent.
by the way. Thank you, Greg.
Thank you, Greg.
I understand. I don't understand that thought process. I mean, how could you wake up, turn on your computer? Well, let's run around the internet and find somebody we can make feel less than the way I feel or the same. I don't know. I don't compute that.
Hey, person who is the way they are. You are the way you are. Ha! Take that. I feel
Exactly.
better about myself. I don't know. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, what I usually do, I say, I usually tell people, well, I used to weigh 700 pounds and I've lost 300 pounds. And it changes the topic. Oh my God, what a good job. Yes, thank you. So I just add 300 pounds onto my weight and say I've lost that. And then people get much more comfortable and they start turning around and congratulating you. Someone the other day informed me I was bald too. Yeah, I love that one. I love it when they say, oh, you're bald. Oh, well, thank you again for another
Wait,
great Captain Obvious. Well,
you should,
Matt's not
yeah,
bald.
you
You're
should have went.
lucky
Wait,
you got your hair. Well, I've got an island. So I've got this island here that's blonde and gray. So I've got an island that grows out like a unicorn. I used to let it grow, but my children were embarrassed that their father looked like a unicorn. So I shaved it back
grass doesn't grow on a busy road, man.
down. Good saying. I haven't heard that before.
Someone the other day informed me that I was bald too. Jeez. Yeah,
Exactly.
I don't know. The internet's weird. The internet. I mean, God bless the internet, as far as I'm concerned. Like, even though it's full of a-holes, I mean, you gotta sift through some of that. There's the chaff. You gotta sift through some of that to get to the good people. So it's worth it. It's a process.
Yeah. I noticed, hey, Tony Dean, fat is more to love. There you go. Hey, Tony, if you're not
Tony.
following, we'd appreciate if you would follow Matt. I've noticed the Haps community, you don't see like hardly any trolls at all. You just don't see them.
Well, it's in beta, so maybe if the app is a good app, the trolls will come. However, I think that the developers have a lot of that in mind, and so far from what I've seen from the community, there are a lot of people that care for other members. Like, it's totally different than Periscope. Periscope
Yeah.
was one of those blanket see another part of the world, available to everybody sort of deal, whereas Haps tries to promote themselves as being like, I mean, almost journalistic in like the providing, like, in intently providing community to people who are interested, to broadcasters. So the fact that
We are beautiful no matter what. Thank you. Yes.
I appreciate that, Nang. Thank you very much. Yes, God bless the internet, because we didn't have the internet, life would be different. Very true. For someone in my position with my issues, my mental health issues, like it being in a van, being by myself, not being very social with people, the fact that I could count 50 people easy. I can mention 50 names of people who I care about from all over the world because of the internet, because of building this community in the past few years. Absolutely. I'm glad the trolls are
I would have
effective.
to say the same. There's so many people I've met and care about, and when I don't see or hear from them, I actually wonder what's going on, and I make an effort to, call or contact, say, hey, are you okay, and what's going on? So
Mhm.
yeah, I do the
Yep.
same thing. I've done that through the internet. I can't believe how many folks that I know through the internet. Well, just like yourself, 2, 3 years ago, I met you. And here we are back a little later, and I'm seeing you again and talking to you just like I had seen you yesterday. So I really appreciate that.
Yeah, it's fantastic to have that sort of connection with people all over the world. It really means something to me, especially like with the past few years that I've had, like since I jumped on Periscope and found out about that, the loss of my girlfriend to cancer, and dealing with the grief issues, and dealing with, like, turning 48, and getting up to 50, getting close to 50, and just like trying to figure out what my life's about, and just dealing with all those things. Like, if it weren't for the community, if it weren't for having friends around that are like, they genuinely care about me and they ask me questions, and I'm able to vent on here, talk to people about stuff that's going on in my life, to share my life with people that I've come to love. Yeah, absolutely. Kapla, what's going on, Vince? How are you, buddy?
Man, you
That is
have
awesome.
had a roller coaster over life the past few years. I have not been close in, but I've been in the shadows and watched what's going on with you. Lord, I tell you what, you're stronger than a lot of people I know. You're doing fantastic. I don't know where you see yourself, but just your mental state and ability to come on and talk to people with all the nonsense you've been through, with the loss of a girlfriend. Oh my God. I mean, you ought to stand up for bravery. You ought to be the poster child to stand up for. I mean, you really went through a lot of stuff, man.
That's been that one thing about just keep going. That was pretty much my mantra for a while. Is just keep going. Is something that, like, I don't have children. I don't have. I have never been really good. Well, I mean, since the 40s and 30. I've been under treatment for depression and panic disorder. Randy has made me laugh so hard with his sayings. Best medicine. Matt is an inspiration to us all. You get me through my day. Enjoy watching your deliveries. Oh my God, I love Randy's vibe. Yeah.
Hey, Tate, what's happening? Tate, or is Tate one of your followers?
Yeah, Tate's been around from the beginning.
I'm asking everybody so I can push more people your way. You know, we're here promoting Matt today. Today is We Love Matt. Hi, my name is Randy Horton. I'm in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and we're here with Matt. Matt, he knows where it's at. If you're not following Matt, you should be following Matt. Please, if you're watching this on a replay, follow Matt. Great guy. Just came into HAPS not long ago, and we want to get his subscribers up. If you don't enjoy talking to Matt, you won't enjoy talking to anybody. Grab yourself a mirror and turn off that internet. All right. Anyway, go ahead, Matt. Thank you.
Love the topic. I only have a few friends because I'm a loner person too. I have to stand. We have to stand what we are, be brave, and move forward in every aspect of life. Sorry about my English. No, that's well said.
Very well said.
Sometimes it's just about reminding yourself or leaning on somebody for support to keep going. When the bad times happen, bad can get bad. Like I've contemplated suicide, and I never thought I would in my life, but it just seemed like it would have been easier to do that than like I did, because I didn't want to bother anybody. I didn't want to be a weight on anybody's shoulder. I didn't want to be a problem to anybody. I didn't want to, because I'm not good with money sometimes. I make poor choices sometimes, and I just didn't want that to fall on anybody else. So I just thought maybe I should just go find a place to remove myself from the equation to make life better for everybody, which is not the way to think. And so if any, like my legacy, I'm not a real poet. I'm not a politician. I'm not somebody that can make a big change in the world and can, like have some big monument or some big thing to contribute to society. But in a way, having this and being able to communicate with people and just tell my story and to be a human being on the internet that can maybe communicate to other people, I kind of feel like this is my legacy. So they're always here for you. But thank you, Tate. We're all in this together.
Well, you got a great legacy. And remember, taking your own life hurts nobody but yourself, because what you do, you hurt others, not yourself. You leave a hole in people's life. And that's always the worst thing you do. So it doesn't help. It hurts everyone, doesn't help everyone. I have a question for you, personal. Are you able, due to different things, have a disability check every month? Or some type of an income?
I don't know about that stuff, and I don't know that I would qualify for that, and I never really looked into it as far as a disability thing. I'm not knowledgeable in that area. Like I'm really not good with that, with the finding out anything that could benefit me in any way. I never looked into it.
I'm personally lacking in the knowledge of social benefits personally when it comes to the government fund. But I think, just giving, your brief synopsis, I think you probably qualify for that. So you may want to look into that, how you can. I'm sure there's free consultations for that. And it could help make your life a little easier.
Maybe. I mean, I'm not doing too bad as it is. Like I get by. I wish things were a little bit better, but I also, like I said, I don't make it that big of an effort to look into ways to, I call it playing the system, because it's like it's like the little things that people learn, like the paperworky kind of stuff. I've never looked into that. I never felt that was my strong suit to understand those things. But
Mirella, hello.
I know there are things that are out there. they're intimidating to me. Like that's the best way I can put it. It just seems intimidating, all the paperwork and stuff, and to qualify and the process of it. I get
Well, I
disability.
think you could. Tony says he gets disability, and Frog says it's all a game.
It is.
I think you're actually. I think you're allowed. You're legally blind, Tony. There you go. Jade says, "Good morning."
Jade, that's her daughter, who I'm
Oh,
best friends with.
there you go. Nothing wrong with that. The truth is out there. Yeah, it is. Anyway, it would be great for you to look into that, get somebody to assist you. I think you qualify for all of those things. If a man has $1,000 or $1,500 a month coming in as support at any time, you could head to the other side of the planet and hang out for a year or two, and then come back from where you're at. You know, a lot of people do that. My
I tell you what,
father the world on Social Security.
I've heard, like, I've been looking into that. That reminds me of something that I've actually been talking about recently, with like, it's been in my head a lot more often, is like the concept of universal basic income. Because you mentioned $1,000 a month, and I'm like, that's something that like I would love to have $1,000 a month. That would be like fantastic for me to have $1,000 a month that I could use, and like whether it be Social Security or disability or whatever, like that would be just unbelievable
Yeah,
to have that.
anybody in the world, I'm into that universal basic income. I know a lot of people fight and they don't think it's a good thing, but I think it's not that much money. And if you take it, if you actually take it from the corporate, make it a corporate tax, and then
Hmm.
let the companies around the world global up and pay that universal basic income. I mean, I think society would even be better. There's just too many people struggling needlessly. And then there's so many who don't really struggle because they know how to fill out that nonsense paperwork all the time. Like you said, they know how to do all that intimidating stuff. There's some families, hey, Yasser Fahad from Jabal, salam. This is Mr. Matt,
Well,
friend of mine I've known in a few years. Please give him a follow. Oh, this way. I
hell
forget. I
yeah.
have but yes, sir. Good guy. He lives in the same city I'm at. I'm in Jabal. SSS is 794.
The
There you go.
Yeah, but the $794 a month, even like that, just that is that available to me. For some people, that may not make a big difference. To me, that would make a big difference. Like that's pretty much all of my expenses. I got a phone bill and insurance. I mean, I don't have a lot because I live in my van, so I've given up on a lot of stuff. But to cover a great deal of my expenses, $794 would be a that would be a switch. Um,
Yasser
Getting
gave
back
you
to
an award.
universal. Yeah, thank you for that, sir. The Going back to UBI, like, I think the key to that is, at least, just because, all right, so universal basic income has been a concept that's been around since like the 17th century. It's and it's something that people have talked about, in like Thomas Paine and Martin Luther King, and now you have like I think, was it the Democratic presidential nominee, or the, I know that like guys like Elon Musk and that have been bringing it up, like the idea of supporting that. Um, it's been something that's been talked about, but from my point of view, the fact that I haven't really heard about it until like the past couple years tells me that it
Yes.
education about more people need to talk about it. More people need to discuss it. I think it's dismissed way too easily. Of like,
Yeah,
everyone.
it doesn't make it high on the list, never. And I think that's a shame, actually. If you have to do is tax Apple and Amazon, those greedy MFers.
Exactly.
I hate to be agreeable with you, but I am 100% in agreement with you, you know.
Yeah,
I think that would throw Samsung into the bunch, too.
when you have like 4% of uh, of the United States making more money than the other 96% of the United States, numbers, maybe I'm off, but to just that sort of seems like the idea that like 4% of the US population is making more money than the other 96%. something's got to give. Something has to change there.
It
And
does.
God bless the people making their money, but I don't think it's all. I don't think it's all like legit hard-earned money either necessarily.
I hear you. Josh says Elon is a future man. Well, he may be a
Yeah.
future man, but he's forgetting about the present. Whenever you spend billions of dollars to send thousands of missiles into the clouds so we can have internet satellite, and those billions of dollars could have probably gave a house to every homeless person in America. On any given night in America, there's 2,500 women with children homeless on the streets. And we've got to do something about the children and the mothers. Now, a lot of people, they have a way to live. They don't even have, they live in a tent. They don't even have a vehicle. And we don't need to spend $1 billion to put a goldfish on Mars. We need to spend $1 billion to put an apartment in Los Angeles so somebody can sleep in it. And
I agree. I agree with that. I agree with that to a certain degree, but also like Elon Musk is very passionate about technology, and that's his suit. And in a way, he is trying to look out for those families by providing, like, I agree with what you're saying as far as it would be great for somebody with that amount of influence, that amount of the financial influence that he could have on society.
but still, people are praising somebody who's raising billions of dollars to send metal into space when they can't even feed 10 children a night somewhere in Memphis, Tennessee. What kind of humanity is that?
But also he also is very involved in alternative energy, cleaner energy, solar energy. There are other things that he's into, not just he's an industrialist, and he's into, like, he's trying to make the hybrid car or the electric cars. He's trying to get everybody off of fossil fuels, which can change the world in a positive way.
Energy, macaroni and cheese tonight. Elon Musk will be supplying it. Give me a break. I'm sorry. I go a little rowdy on that one. I hate to see the big spenders not give back to the communities. It really bothers me. What is a Tesla? Let's be honest. Okay, it's a great idea. The electric car was first made in the early 18th century, and for some reason it never went over. Now we've reinvented the electric car, and we use it as a status symbol. Well, look at me. I can own a Tesla, and I can save the planet. You're too damn poor to save the planet. You poor person. How many people can buy a $70,000 battery car? And then they make charging stations everywhere, and the car's 70,000, and nobody wants to solve the real electric car problem. If you take an electric car just like this and make the battery in every electric car universal, no matter what gas station you pull in, they take out your old battery, they put a new battery in, you continue in 4 minutes. But they don't want to do that. They want you to pay for energy. They don't want to give you a changeable battery. Everybody wants their own battery. Oh, Elon's battery is better than your battery, but the Nissan Leaf will take you to the grocery. Don't try to go to your mother's house. It's all BS and it's all nonsense, and none of it really makes sense. The simple solving of an electric car is battery changing. Instead of buying a $20 gas tank, you buy a $10 battery that was refilled. You pull in and out, change it. It's not hard. They can even have it done automated. You pull in the slot, it pulls your battery out and puts a new one in while you're in 7-Eleven buying some of those Elon Musk barbecue Cheetos. Woohoo!
Well, also to also put this in consideration as well, that at least we're talking about it now. At least it's a subject. Like 10 years ago, 20 years ago, people wouldn't have talked about this except it was some sort of fantastic idea of like flying cars. You might as well call it flying cars. But now it's actually being discussed and people are actually working on it.
Yeah, but Nissan just came up with a car, and they introduced an engine today that actually the car and the use of the car by gasoline is 50% less emissions on the planet than the electric car. The amount it takes to produce electric and charge battery cars is 50% higher than the new Nissan vehicle. The new Nissan vehicle is 50% less hurt on the planet. I was just reading that on that Apple News when you open it up,
Mhm.
when you swipe over it, it's there. Anyway, so now Nissan has become 50% efficiency better than a battery operated car. So Elon's just in the media, but Nissan just surpassed him this morning and it's not on any station. Why is that?
That I don't think that I don't know if that would necessarily have anything to do with Elon as much as it would the media. I mean,
Why?
that'd be an issue with news media as far as what they consider to be hot topic or trendy or sexy or whatever, as far as the information
I have
goes.
nothing against Elon. I think he's a great guy and he's doing great futures. I just disagree with any person that has that amount of money. Okay. You use Apple News. Yeah. So that's how I get news, man. I don't watch TV. My news is on the phone, on Twitter, and then I research it if I'm really interested. No, but I think he is good and doing good, but I just don't like his misplaced. I wish I wish the mega wealthy would do something for their community that we can see and touch. That's all. I would love to see it for the common people get help. And it's not just those people. The worst people are all the religious groups in the world. Just in America alone, there's a church on
Uh,
every corner in every city. And every night the door is chained shut and locked. Why down the street there's three people sleeping in the nose with sleeping in the street with frostbite. I think God would want his house open for all those frozen people that have no place at all. So the
yeah,
church is just as wrong as anybody else. Until the church quits being a place for cheerleaders and collection of money and opening their doors to humans, I don't think they're going to be any better off than the others.
yeah. I think. Don't get me started on churches.
I know you said don't go there, but the whole thing connects.
No, I mean, I don't want to speak ill of anybody, but you have a hard time convincing me that the idea of churches is not like the definition of organized crime. Like that's so few.
Oh,
You
we're going
see
to
that?
continue. Wait a minute. We don't want to lose followers. Okay, we'll continue that discussion at a later date.
All I'm saying is, I've seen way too many pastors with really nice suits and really nice cars asking for money from people who can't even make bologna and cheese sandwiches for their kids for their lunches.
I hear you.
That's all I'm saying.
When your dog has an air conditioned house with running water, you may be misappropriating the funds of the people at the church. I would definitely
Yeah.
have to go with that also. Were you going to
Yep.
talk about Wonder Vision? Oh, you're going to talk about
Absolutely. Let's get you done. You done upon
Pandora's box. Yeah.
you done opened Pandora's box. All right. Normally what I talk about is now see, this is the reason why I'm discussing things that I normally don't discuss, is because Randy is one of those few people who I feel I can speak intelligently with and not open Pandora's box, so to speak. So it's nice to have people that you can have discussions with. House of
There you
worship or sanctuary for those who can afford it. I'm sure. So
Colin Alsaki, thank you for coming in. If you don't mind giving Matt a follow, he's a good guy, and whenever you get time, I'd appreciate if you could follow him. Everyone here, if you're watching a replay, I'd like to ask again that you folks follow Matt here. Give him a subscribe. He's a great guy. Mr. Hasnain from Malaysia, from Kuala Lumpur, welcome. Hasnain, this is Matt. Matt's been that way. This is Matt. Please give him a follow. Hasnain just followed you. Appreciate it, Hasnain. He lives.
Thank you very much. I have a Facebook user that says, "Hi Matt, hi Matthew's friend." I don't see the name of the Facebook user, but hello to you.
Hey, what's up? Yeah, I wish Facebook would give us the names. Colin followed you and Hasnain. Shukran. That means thank you. Thank you, guys. All right, we're getting rolling. We got about 193 people, over 807 so far. We're rolling. We got to get Matt pumped up. Matt, we're going to get we hit 1,000. I'm going to disappear.
All
John
right.
G.
Well,
But I've followed Matt for years. Yeah, remember we all followed Matt for years. I
hey,
just was
John, how
like,
you doing, sir?
oh, it's Jennifer Cares on Facebook.
Jennifer. Hello. Congratulations again, Jennifer, on your new baby. Thank you for joining me on Facebook.
Oh, a new baby. That's like a man having a kidney stone. I bet that hurt.
Well, I hope it didn't. She makes good babies. She's got some beautiful babies.
My wife,
Her-
we had two children. The second one, oh, my poor wife. Yeah, God help them. Then after that, I had a kidney stone. It was the same thing I've heard. So having a baby or a kidney stone, they're both about the same feeling.
I hope never to experience either.
Oh, the kidney stone is a painful thing.
Oh, no, thank you.
I
So,
hear you.
WandaVision.
Yeah, sorry, get back to your one division. I keep thanking people and asking people to follow you. I got a track in my mind that I'm trying to accomplish something for you here. And if I interrupt you, I apologize.
No apologies necessary. You're helping me out. I appreciate that. Um, uh, no, usually I thought the thing, if anybody watching right now that just tuning in or what have you, if you're watching on replay, I mentioned before that I talk about nerdy stuff, like what's going on TV, what things that I've watched, things that I consume, like video games and TV and movies and that sort of thing. Um, and the recently I'm so into comic books, I'm so into movies. You know, I got Disney Plus. I've been watching, like, rewatching movies over and over again because I can't get enough about it. All about solar charging batteries in cars. I would definitely, you know what, I would love to have a discussion just about technology. uh like, Randy, if you get an opportunity, we should talk about this, but talking specifically about technology together, I think that would
Shoot
be a
me up
cool.
anytime. Just send me a direct message on Twitter. My name is the same everywhere, Randy W. Horton, and it's in my profile here. So any time you want to plan a discussion in any realm, I will make sure we get the right folks who are into the discussion, and we'll fill the room up and we'll have a wonderful time. Count you in. Hosnain will be with us. Welcome. We'll count you in, Hosnain.
Yeah, and if anybody has any other topics or whatever that they think would be good for a discussion, you know, if you want to chime in and say what you'd like to hear us talk about, like, we absolutely set that up. You can get us on Twitter, Instagram. I'm all over the place at 3231 3TWO 3ONE on pretty much every platform. So you guys can contact me anywhere and be like, hey, you know, it'd be a good thing to talk about. That would be fantastic. Incel says, I don't know about WandaVision, but I just watched Homeland season 8 and it's damn good. I've never been into Homeland, like a lot of the drama stuff, political drama, never
I
really
hear
been
you.
my thing.
I
But
wasn't either,
I
but
mean,
that Homeland is pretty good.
8 seasons of it. I mean, it's got to be good.
I
The
hear
fact that
you.
the fact that everyone talks about it, sure.
I'm Randy,
I'm
and this
more
is
of a
Matt. On next week's show, we'll be discussing why Hooters doesn't exist in Japan. Oh, sorry, that was off the wall.
I'll talk about anything. I'm cool though. No, humanizing technology would be other topic love to discuss. Sure. What do you think about
By the
electric
way,
cars?
Hossein is a professor at a university. He's a doctor and a professor at a university there in Kuala Lumpur. So, good friend of mine, great guy, and we do techno and weird chats with a group of people. We'd love to have you with us, and we actually do it on Twitch.
Okay, how do you pronounce his name?
Hossein.
Hasnain.
Yes.
Hasnain. Just so that I could get it clear, what is your, how would you define humanizing technology? Like, what would be, just so that I know where you're coming from? What the, how would you how would you explain that to me? What you mean by that? Because I will absolutely love to discuss it. The thing that I've come to find out that I think is, it's a blessing to me, is that even if I don't know anything about a particular topic, I'd love to discuss it. It's worth talking about. At the very least, it give me an opportunity to learn something. So I'd be
I hear
willing to
you.
talk about just about anything.
That's fantastic.
And when it goes into the technology area and like futurology and stuff like that, that's something I've been fascinated about. But I don't discuss it that much because I tend not to discuss things that I don't have some sort of a knowledge base about, which seems to be antithetical to what seems the internet is about. People often love to talk about stuff they know nothing about, but
There's your
AI and
answer.
neural network.
How's name?
Speaking of technology, I want an immortality pill. Why doesn't that exist? I mean, there are so many different things dealing with technology and futurology and stuff like that. Like I would be so down to discuss it as long as people will allow like to show some patience with me because yeah, I would love to talk about it. Is the next thing just playing all humanizing technology is the next thing just plain all revolution.
I don't
They
think we
have
need an immortality pill. I think we just need to figure out how to transfer our minds, our mind to some other, to an ever living mechanical type thing. You know, if your
oh sure.
mind was with you always, the body always fails. You never can keep the body forever, but the mind, if you could keep that alive, that would be wonderful.
Who wants the meat suit? Let's
Pecker
just try to
also.
preserve the consciousness. Nobody wants a meat suit. Let's get rid of those and just go synthetic. Everybody go synthetic. Just try to preserve the consciousness as much as possible. I'm down with that.
Yeah, I need my mind and my pecker, and I'll be happy.
Well, wouldn't you like wouldn't you like some options as far as accessories? Like,
That was just silly humor. I'm just trying to get a little chuckle in both of us. Sorry about that.
but I'm just saying that may have been a joke, but just consider accessory possibilities. That's all I'm saying. Machine, dishwasher safe, detachable. I'm just saying.
There you go.
Maybe
Then
a
I
nice
watched
warranty.
the Movie of the House of 2050 from a couple months ago. Okay.
Vision of the House of 2050. I used to love those. If I can go on a little bit of a tangent, I used to love those cartoons and those the shows back in the 50s and 60s and stuff when they talk about the House of the Future. Like kind of like what you were saying, like the documentaries and stuff. When people are talking about like the roadways people are trying to make with technology and the considerations people are trying to make with the like I said, the house of the future or the vehicle of the future and stuff like that. I dig that. So I dig those so much. That that's something I think they should bring back. They should start like what was it? I'm trying to think of the show. Was it Omni? Was it Omni?
Well, since the 40s, they've been doing those science fairs around the world, the future. And what happened to
Expos.
those? Do they even exist anymore?
I mean I know that they do. Like they have expos for a lot of different things. Like in the worlds that I've been in, like was it called NAM, like
But you don't see a
for musicians and
government-supported,
recording art.
yeah, but not really a government-supported, non-business thought futuristic thing, Everything there
Yeah,
seems to be a product behind it they want you to buy. It'd be nice to see one that's just education technology. Your point is that we have no idea what the answers of tomorrow will be, or we'd have them today. Well, there you go. Great point.
but the
Nothing
whole point of it would be,
logic
Josh,
to
the
screw me up.
discussion of it.
Go
The
ahead.
whole
I'm sorry.
thing.
We've got like a
No,
3 second delay, and I'm trying to figure out when to stop and start because I'm in Saudi and you're in the US, and I think it's 3 to 5 seconds where I'm trying to figure out when you start or when I stop.
I was just saying it's like I think the discussion would be the important part of it. Like even though we don't have any of the answers, asking the right questions and having the right people around to discuss it and bounce stuff around. I don't. They don't. The common person doesn't seem to do that anymore because we're too caught up uh, in the minutia of of our lives. We're too busy looking for something to entertain us or pacify us for a little bit of time that the we don't really have that discussion. And also I think humanizing technology. Khaled says, I think humanizing technology is beyond our imagination. It exceeds the bells and whistles we would wish for now, but would go beyond for being a more functional society. Like I said, the discussion of that sort of thing, I'm
There
fascinated
you go,
by it. I
Josh.
have no knowledge
Josh
about
had a
what's
good
going
point. Maybe the road should be charging. You're right about it, Josh. And Mr. Almoreb from YouTube, thank you for joining us. I'm here with Mr. Matt. Matt, please follow Matt. Subscribe to Matt while we're here on HEPS. Sorry for this little commercial interlude, but would like you
necessary.
folks to follow Matt. Whoop, I got to learn to point this way. Give Matt a follow. Great guy. He's been on live for years, and he's here on HAPS, and I'd like a lot of people to get to know him. You'll enjoy his talks, his personality, his discussion. What a great person that makes you feel at home as soon as you come in his room. That's one thing I appreciate about you. Anytime I've dropped in and talked, you've always been humble and kind and funny and just so welcoming. And
Thank you,
there's
brother.
not enough people like you on the planet. So I just want to let you know personally, I appreciate you.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that too.
Yeah,
I appreciate you as well.
really
And
appreciate it.
to hear about the work that you've done being on here broadcasting to so many people is amazing. And I'm glad that you make me a part of your day. Like that's pretty. Like you got a lot of stuff going on with you, brother, and the fact that you come to hang out with me and listen to my bullshit talking about what's on TV. But no, I appreciate it.
Yeah, well, now I really appreciate you more. I mean, I'm hanging out with you because I
No,
enjoy it. I don't do something I don't like.
no, I know you more. Randy should work for QVC.
There you go. What is QVC?
It's basically commercial. It's a infomercial television where they sell stuff,
Oh, there
quality,
you go.
value, and something.
All right. That's one of my phone. You know what? This phone, I've got a problem. I turned my iPhone on silent, but now I'm still getting messages. I turned it on silent.
Josh says I can see him selling knives or something. Anything, whatever the food processor of the day is.
There you
Kitchen
go.
appliances. Well, let me
Hello,
tell you
my
something,
name's
folks.
Randy, and for $9.95, I can provide you with a wife. I'm talking a full wife for an extra $2, babies included. Hit me up tonight on I Want a Wife.
And if you act now,
And if you act now, we'll throw in a friend of ours is here. Hold on, special guest. How about a sham? Wow. Woohoo.
but wait, there's more. Absolutely. Make that green. Make that money. Sure.
There you go. Anybody, don't forget to give your coins. If you've got a few coins laying around, we'd appreciate it. Matt could use them. Support your broadcasters. We're here supporting Matt. Any little bit helps. It all adds up someday and somehow. So
If there's one takeaway from this conversation, folks, it's that I need your money.
there
So I appreciate that.
you
Thank you very
go.
much.
Shout it out. You got to get it
I've never been that type of person. I know that like there are people out there that can say subscribe and donate and here's my PayPal and here's my this and here's my that. And I've never been I think that's one of the reasons that I've never been in the 3 years that I've been trying to do this and that I've been successful. I can't bring myself to do that to people. I can do it as a joke, completely as a joke. But like, yeah, that thumbs up and give me a like and give me this and give me your attention and give me your money and here's my PayPal, and I just never. I'm just here for whoever wants to listen to me. But I wish I was
Sounds
better
like
at that.
there you go. Well, there's a knack. Whatever you feel comfortable with is up to you. And that's how it works. We're all different. If we were all the same, it'd be a boring planet.
Absolutely, damn straight.
Matter of fact, I think I'm going to move to North Korea and shake that damn place up in the next few weeks. No, I'm joking. We're going to go over to North Korea and open up a comedy club. I bet you don't even have to be funny.
Changes need to be made there, man. Well, they'll end up calling it Horton Land.
There you go. Welcome to the Matt and Randy Show. We're live. And by the way, we won't be stealing any posters tonight.
Shades of my ex-wife. Which part was shades of your ex-wife in so?
I read it quickly. I thought he shaved his ex-wife. I'm just going, well, that's
I shake
interesting.
my ex-wife. Good. Good for you.
Yeah, we appreciate that. That's sharing is caring. Well, Matt, we've reached 9:42. We should be at 1,000 in a few minutes, but I have to run to the big man's room because the little boy's room may get you in jail these days. I'll be right back.
All right.
Be back in just a minute.
Okay. Anybody else need to use the restroom? I can wait. I can just hang out here. But while we get it up, the gold digger part. Oh, I got you. While we got a brief moment, Shearing is caring. Hey, waka waka. Comedy coming from Josh. So I have watched WandaVision. I enjoy it thoroughly. Like I was mentioning, I'm huge into comic books, and I love the MCU. I love the movies that are coming out, the superhero movies, because it's not just folks in tights. They got some really good storytelling. I love the chances, the risks that MCU are taking, or the opportunities that they're giving, which I should say, with really good writers, really good directors. Like they're doing some amazing work. It's pretty much everything I could imagine my comic book movies would have. My superheroes coming to life, and then some. And WandaVision is no exception. I love that series. Things are different now with the way I'm all disappointed Quicksilver wasn't what I hoped he was. Oh yeah, super spoilers for everybody tuning in. If you don't want to hear about WandaVision and get spoiled, don't. Have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Yeah, there are little things here and there about WandaVision that I'm like, if it wasn't what I expected, and I can't say that I'm disappointed by anything. When in actuality, it's like if I wanted a movie to go the way I wanted it to go, I would write it myself. And also, I mean, you just have to put that in perspective. It would have been cool for a lot of things to happen, but cool isn't the deciding factor in what happens in a TV series. I thought he was actually from the X-Men universe. I mean, maybe there is a version of that where he is, and that's certainly something that you can enjoy. But I think I'm enjoying WandaVision for what it is. I'm one of those people that I've grown to watch something and enjoy it at face value. There are a lot of like the Joker movie and a lot of things that are controversial to some folks. That some people think were disappointing. Like I don't see it. Bad movies. Some people think like Thor: Dark World was a bad movie, and I'm trying to remember like Iron Fist from the Netflix series. Folks thought wasn't so great. I guess they are doing Mephisto. I don't know about that. I don't know that necessarily that they're doing Mephisto yet. That's the thing. Folks talk about it, and they have their theories, but even though I understand the appeal of what if they're doing this? Well, you know what it could be, like having their own fan theories and everything. I love the idea of fan theories, but I'd see that as being a separate category as opposed to talking about the thing itself. Like I witness what's going on with WandaVision. I see what's going on with the characters, and I'm not one of those people that like, yeah, but you know what? I think they should have done this. Like they did what they did. They're telling the story like I see that as being a better opportunity to enjoy something. A lot of those theories have turned out to be very accurate. Yeah, and I'm not one of those people that are like that. I think, oh, it would be cool if. It's just the way that I go at it is different from other folks, which is absolutely fine. Like I said, not putting down anybody's not thought process. What's the word I'm looking for? Methods of enjoying whatever they're watching. Everyone can watch things and process things as they want to. But rather than say they should have done this, or if I direct, I go, Any guesses on the big new character in episode 9? I have guesses. I absolutely do. Just to finish my thought, though, I was going to say, um, I have found in watching those movies, it's better to have the attitude of, "Did you see what they did?" and comment on what they did, than it's very. Someone said it, and I'm trying to remember who it was that said it. A lot you could say, "I would have done it different," but that's after the fact. That's hindsight. When if you there are so many people with their hands in the process of creating something, pre-production, production, post-production. So many people with so many voices, different writers. The actors have their own thoughts. The executives, the producers, the studio, or what have you. Anybody that has any investment in the thing has their opinions, and it's a group effort to create the thing. So it's not going to be exactly what everybody thinks of. That's something that you just have to come to terms with. $10. Randy says Randy doesn't watch Star Wars.
I watched the Star Wars movies, but have I really gotten into them? I don't know. I wouldn't say it's like an ongoing thing that I've watched. No.
You kind of turned into a robot there, Randy. I didn't catch the last part of it. You watched the Star Wars movies.
Yeah, I watched the movies, but I'm not really what do you call it? A buff on it? No. I'm a generalist. I love all entertainment.
You're not the full-fledged fanboy like I am. You enjoy certain things, but you don't obsess over them like I do, which is totally understandable.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of obsessions. Other guy, thank you for subscribing. We appreciate you.
Thanks,
Anybody
guy.
who'd like to subscribe, we appreciate it. That would be very nice. Randy's more of a rom-com kind of guy. You know what? I just really get into so many things. I don't, I'm a general. I like anything and everything. You can't believe it. From a comedy love story to a real freaky science fiction to, I just watch so many things. I don't have a genre.
You can't pick Randy. You can't put him in a box. Can't put Randy in a box. He's the everyman. He likes all sorts of stuff. Don't peg him down to one.
I can't really get down to the one thing, but Breaking Bad was pretty close. Breaking Bad series is one of the best series I've ever watched in my life. I was a fan of Breaking Bad.
That is solid start to finish entertainment right there. That
was a great series, man. God, that took me away. I've watched it 2 or 3 times. I just love it. I've spent weekends and did 24-hour marathons on that, just rewatching it. I was a bit of a fanboy there. I really enjoyed that.
I think anything that moves you is good entertainment, and that show, just not. I don't want to call it raising the bar every week. They really lowered the bar every week, worse and worse. Just when you think you can hit rock bottom, there's a whole other strata. There's a whole other level, and that was some fantastic writing on that show week after week. Yeah. And I kind of feel that way about the Marvel stuff as well. You have so many different. The Marvel Cinematic Universe just seems to be one of those accomplishments. It's one of those things that's in our it's in our DNA now with the MCU movies, that even though they cover so many different topics, the fact that Kevin Feige, one guy, is running the show, the captain of the ship, captain of the football team, however you want to put it, the fact that it's so organized and set up years in advance, the way that they're telling the stories, the way that everything's linking together and moving together. Have you watched any, if not all, of the Marvel movies?
I have watched some of them.
You watched some?
Yeah, somebody said you would like Prison Break. I don't think I've seen that. I've heard of that, but I haven't really finished it. Yeah, we're losing the signal. This is happening after an hour or so. How long have we been on? Where's the timer at? Oh, we've been an hour and 20
An
minutes.
hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah, usually after an hour plus the beta part of HAP starts fading out on us. So, and then you have to
Well, I
do
tell
like
you
a
what, this would be a good time anyway, since it's 11 o'clock. Let's go ahead and call it at this point.
Okay.
Call that a show.
Before you just cut it off, let me sign out off of my multicasting. If not, it'll loop. And I would like to say thank you, everyone, for coming in to see Matt. Those who subscribe, thank you very much. And Matt, you reached 1,000 on this broadcast so far, and I think we'll probably get another 1,000 on the replay. So it looks like people are really liking you and subbing to you. So God, what a great thing!
Thanks so much.
I'm going to start unwinding everybody and undoing my multicast. And Matt, thank you for allowing me to come up. I appreciate it. And I'm going to go ahead and kill myself from the broadcast. Matt, we love you. We appreciate you. Replay viewers, follow Matt. Good guy, good man. Goodbye, everybody.
All right, that's it for me as well. Thanks everybody for hanging out with me. Thank you, Randy, so much for showing some love, spreading some love to his followers as well. I'm going to wrap this up also. Try to make a couple bucks doing the DoorDash thing. But thanks, guys, and all the things that we've talked about. I would love to continue the discussion on. He is a great guy. He is very cool. And I would say likewise, if you haven't subscribed to him, please do. But I think everyone here pretty much has. But love the rub. Appreciate the rub. Hasnain, thank you very much. So I love you guys very much. This is me for now. I'll try to get back on as soon as I can tomorrow to talk with y'all around 9-ish, 10-ish in the morning. So keep an ear out. If you're subscribed, you'll be notified. Otherwise, look me up all over the internet. You'll find out what I'm getting on. Like I'm on Facebook and YouTube. One way or another, I'll be around. Just look for me. But thanks all for hanging out with me, and follow me if you haven't followed me yet. Please share the broadcast with your friends. Always nice to make new friends. I love your face. Gosh darn it. But that's it for now. Talk to you soon. Love you. Bye.